It is time for this week's Give Voice to Your Vision, where we stop the spinning wheel, get real, so it is clarity you feel, how to break through the noise, how to grow your six-figure and beyond transformation business. Why bother to grow a six-figure transformation business? Well, let me tell you, we're going to go through my the first 5 steps of my V8 framework that my clients and I are using to do just that. And it's the first question that you got to ask yourself. Why bother? Why do you want this business? And we're going to talk about that real quick. I'm going to share the first 5 steps of our V8 framework. I'm going to talk about 3 pitfalls that happen, so common, so avoidable, and so important to know that actually derail your marketing and your message and your enrollment, and how to expand yourself and your business to create the impact, have the revenue that you want in order to make the impact that you're called to make. That's what we're talking about today. If you're here, tell me hi. I'm so glad that you are here. And we have a lot to move through, and I'm going to be respectful of your time. This is a deep dive, really juicy training. So we're going to do some broad overview of the framework. If you have questions, how does this relate to me? What do I do with this? Or what about that? Type them in the comments, and I will definitely catch them live if I can. I'll come back and comment, and you, as ever, are invited to private message me if you're in the Facebook group, power up your presence and watching live there, or on one of the other platforms that we're streaming to. Talk to me, all right? This is not a go it alone venture, all right? So we're going to talk about I'm going to share the first 5 steps. I might give you a sneak peek at the other 3 on the V8 framework that I developed and am using in my own business and in helping my clients to use in their business to grow that 6-figure transformation business. We're going to talk about some insider secrets. I'm going to close this training with some insider secrets on the real deal, what you really need to stay on track and build your momentum. And we're going to cover some pitfalls so that if they're coming up for you, because I tell you what, they come up for all of us, you have some awareness, which is the first step to transformation. And as ever, you're going to let me know if you're here and if you have questions. So this is an overview. This is an overview of topics that we can dive into a little more deeply, but in the context of this live, knowing these things, sharing your takeaways in the comments below, wherever you're watching us live or when you come back to watch the replay, actually solidifies the learning for you and also helps others to find value. So please, excuse me, share your comments, takeaways, and always feel free to ask questions or private message me. I'm going to check the comments right now. Ida's here. Love you, Ida. And I'm going to open up our Facebook group. If you're not already in the Power Up Your Presence community on Facebook, we do trainings like this. There's a treasure trove of trainings. And I don't always stream our trainings out into the other platforms. So there's a lot of value for you here if you are a coach, a healer, called to create transformation in the world, a speaker, an expert, growing a business. You've decided and you're all in, you're going to grow this business because it's not going to leave you alone if you don't. And it's spring here. The flowers are gorgeous and I have a tickle. Thank you, Pollen. You're here. That's where I do trainings and deep dive and provide support, special invitations and opportunities inside the Power Up Your Presence group. So if you're here from the group, say hi. I'm just opening up that page so I can talk to you. Those I can't manage live comments everywhere, but I can. Hey, Connie, yay. We were just talking in Messenger. Good to see you. Welcome. So we've got a lot to cover today, right? I just lost my notes. So let's dive in. I'm going to get to my banners to help you with the learning. And take a drink of water. So here's what we're talking about. I'm going to share the first 5 steps of this V8 framework to help you peek behind the curtain on what it is that we're doing to get results. My business doubled last year, and it's on track to do it again this year. And this is the framework that I'm using to do it. And my clients are learning it. I'm passing it right through to them, and it's starting to help them get the traction and momentum that they want as well. It's cohesion, the stuff that I've been building and growing and learning in business through lots of investments, working with high-level mentors, trying stuff, doing stuff, stop doing stuff. My commitment to you is to help you find your voice in your business, develop and grow your business your way. Anyone else out there feeling like they're piecemealing it together through 62 different processes or trying to follow this guru or that guru and not having a way for it to come together. This framework is a part of how I'm helping, how I've developed and I'm helping my clients develop their framework that works for them. We'll talk more about how important that is. So welcome, welcome, welcome. This is a 5-step framework to grow your 6 to 7 figure coaching business. So I asked you at the beginning, if you were here, why? Why have a 6-figure coaching business? Well, let me tell you, your business can make more impact in the world, okay? Your business can help you make a bigger difference, and you will help more people when you have a thriving business. You will make more money when you have a thriving business. That revenue helps you to be supported and uplifted in your business and not harried and maxed and stressed out in your business. And that means that not only is the training or the healing or the coaching that you're providing benefiting your clients, your marketing and your messaging, and your own success and impact is vibrating at a high enough level to create, to uplift wherever you go, no matter what you say or do. All right. So your business, growing that business that has the revenue that you need in order to create the impact that you want is immeasurable in what it can create for others, whether they ever work with you or not. All right. Your thriving business is a physical manifestation of your calling, of the thing that you want to do, of you being aligned with your highest self, right? And expressing it, okay? Your business is a creative act, and it grows when you grow, okay? If you're growing, you are changing the world, right? It starts with us. So I'm going to jump right into the first. I'm going to share the framework and with you at first. Then we're going to talk about some of the pitfalls that can come up and what to do about them in an overview kind of way, as deep as we can go for here today in this format. And I'm going to share these 5 insider secrets so that you can get really clear on where you're at, what's working for you, and hopefully avoid some of the very common delays that I know many people building an online coaching business are experiencing today. So, number 1, the first essential ingredient is your vision. We've already talked about that. Did you catch that? Your calling, that thing that you're here to do, your experience, your expression. Well, that's actually the next step, but that thing you want to create matters. It's important. It is divine. It is a spark of creation. It is your fuel. It's what gets us up. It's what gets us to do some of the scary, expansive things that we need to do in order to step in and be a 6, 7-figure CEO of a business, to say, I am here. I will share my message, right? Your vision is the fuel. It's the accelerant for all the other things. And sometimes we're trying so hard to get it right and make it work that we get disconnected from our vision. And even worse, we sometimes doubt it. So your vision is the first essential ingredient, and having a mentor, a community, a process, a self-care practice that helps you to reconnect and tune into your vision, and also to help you keep expanding your vision, right? That's what helps you keep growing, because I'll tell you what, I have the privilege of knowing and working with some multi-million-dollar business entrepreneurs, and they're awesome. And this expansion, this figuring it out, this learning how to grow the next thing or create the next thing is ongoing. It continues at every level. All right. So your vision is the fuel that helps you go and helps you create the impact that you want. And it's the revenue generation that you want and need if you want your business to make the impact that you feel called to make. Okay. Number 2, guess what that is? It's the name of our show. The Give Voice to Your Vision show is why, right? It is the expression part. And we tend to feel a little vulnerable around weaving our voice out there into the marketplace to say, I have a process that's going to help you transform. How do I say it? A lot of times, I was just talking to someone on another call this morning, and someone was saying, like, I'm really good at doing this for my clients, but I feel awkward or weird or uncertain doing it for myself. Hello, me too. It was a growing process. Some of these tools are going to help shift that today. But your voice is the thing that will help your message ring through to the right clients. And sometimes following tactics, strategies, scripts, tools, other people's, we leave our voice out of it, or it feels scary and vulnerable to bring our voice forward. And so we might not know exactly how. But it is the thing that distinguishes you. It is your superpower. And it is calling you forward to self-express. Okay, your business is an extension of your self-expression. All right, express means to press out. All right, that means there's something, usually a little resistance, that we may have to press through. But your voice, what you're called to share, matters. And we do lots of trainings here in the Power Up Your Presence group. If you're watching inside the group, right? We have my 5-step what to say system, and we can help you find that. If you want that and you're in the group, just message me or tag me under here, and we'll get you a link to that, those 5 steps, because there's stuff to learn. Right? We do need to learn the language of our clients, and we do need to really own and hone what it is we want to bring forward. But it is your voice that helps you to reach the people who are looking for you. And if you leave you out, you're missing out on your superpower, and a lot of the other people's stuff just won't work. Okay? Your voice. Essential ingredient number 3, your values. There's so many ways that value comes into it. Owning the value of the results, valuing your contribution. You are worthy simply because you exist. And many of us get caught in, like, who am I to say? Is it okay to charge, or how much can I charge, or I feel worried about the results I can help people get. And so we're not actually telling the truth. We're lying to ourselves about our value and the results that we can get. So we need a process, a community, a framework to help us step forward into the truth, which is you are worthy because you exist. And there are people who are looking for and will massively benefit from your contribution. And you don't have to prove nothing to nobody. Some people might think the truth telling is about truth in advertising, right? Telling the truth in your marketing. Yes, do that. But a lot of what stops us from telling the truth in our marketing is playing small, us holding back, us feeling tentative or uncertain or unworthy. All right. So telling the truth starts with telling yourself the truth about the amazing creator that you are and the exquisite gift, voice, message you have to share, and it being worthy simply because you wanna. All right, that's all the permission you need. So honoring your values, using tools that are aligned with you, saying and speaking the truth in all you say and do requires that you own the fullness of who you are. Number 4 is your vehicle, okay? This is what drives your business forward, okay? The fuel is your vision, the message is your voice, the value in telling the truth to yourself and to your clients, to your potential clients, your audience, your viewers, fans, and followers, right? And then the vehicle that gets you to that 6 or 7 figure transformation business is your offer. And I know so many people, especially those of us like myself, believe it or not, have some vulnerability around stepping in and becoming highly visible. I have one of the questions I ask people when they join the Facebook group, the Power Up Your Presence group, you got to answer those questions to get in, is, do you want to support? I specifically create trainings that's going to support the people here doing what they want to do to power up their presence, make the impact, have the revenue that they want to create the impact they're called to make. And one of those questions is, do you clear blocks and fears around being seen and heard? I almost didn't put that question in there. And everybody checks it. 90% of the people who join check it because it's part of being highly visible. It feels vulnerable. That's for another training. So the vehicle, when we feel vulnerable already, It's easy for us not to make offers. Talking with an amazing, lovely, smart, brilliant, qualified woman yesterday who had done our the Make Videos That Sell course in our cyber sale last year. And I was talking with her yesterday and she was like, I'm not making offers, right? Some of us feel so vulnerable around that. So your offer is your vehicle. It's how you move yourself forward, your business forward. It's also how you create the transformation for your potential clients. And we have other trainings, and I do more trainings on the act of selling and the sacred moment of enrollment. If you want that training, you can comment below and let me know. I'll find it for you. All right. So your vehicle. And sometimes when we feel vulnerable, we don't make offers. How do I say it? When do I say it? Where do I say it? Can I say it here? And we've been taught by the marketing industry that we have a whole bunch of stuff we got to do in order to be ready to make an offer. We've also been told that we need this little tiny offer and that little offer to the next offer, to the next thing, to the next thing. It's super complicated. And I tried it. I did it all. And I learned tons. And I've got some great resources. But the thing that doubled my business was focusing on one offer. And it took me a couple of years to even get revved down to a point of clarity and focus and self-trust that let me do that. And that's what's got us on track to do it again this year. And I'm creating more impact for my more highly aligned clients, and they're getting better results. Okay, so your vehicle is your offer, and you don't need a bunch of offers. We're probably going to run our inspired offer training coming up early summer. I'll let you know. We'll be doing that in the Facebook group, Power Up Your Presence. And it's super powerful. I go through it every time. It's the folks that are in our Dare to Soar to Six Figures and Beyond Accelerate community have access to it. I'm like, go review that. If you're thinking of a new offer, or you want to get clarity on your language and you really want to tune back into your vision and your voice, listen through that challenge, because it is your offer, and it is in making your offer that it gets more clear. And that is the moment. Making that offer is holding an incredible opportunity for your potential client. And if you don't make offers, you don't get business, and they don't get the support that they need. They don't have the opportunity to say yes or no. So your vehicle, your offer, and these are in order for a reason. It is our vision that calls us forward, right? It gets us to do the big, brave thing of saying, you know what? I'm going to make this shift. I'm going to leave corporate. I'm going to create my business. I'm going to coach. I'm going to heal. I'm going to help. I'm going to be an uplifter, and I'm going to have a thriving business doing it. We have all kinds of mindset stuff to work out there, right? But we act, we decide. The voice is our message, and that takes courage and action and repetition to lead to clarity and confidence around our message and support. Most of us need help. I have help with my messaging. I'm very excited to be starting some new help with my messaging so that I can hone in and really be of service to the people I'm called to reach, right? And then our value. I'm skipping back through. I should be changing the banners. Tech team. First was vision, right? Second was voice. Yeah. Third, values, telling the truth. We could say veracity. I figured that wasn't exactly, they say to do marketing in a 12-year-old's language so people can process it really quick. But I love this idea. It was super important for me to tell the truth about the transformation I can help people to have, the truth about the testimonials that people share with me, right? And then we're on number 4 is your offer. And this is where you'll start to get, if you are one of the many who are either trying to piecemeal it through this program, this free thing, and I'm dropping into this person's webinar, and I'm doing this way, and I'm doing that way, or you're posting everywhere and you're doing everything, and you're on Facebook and Insta and YouTube and LinkedIn, and you're doing everything that everybody said, feeling pulled in a million pieces. Maybe you've got thousands of followers, but you don't have the clients that you need. That fuels one of the pitfalls we're about to talk about. All right. So making offers, making them consistently is the thing that will give you traction, clarity, and momentum in your business, and also the transformation, growing into who you are and the value of who you are, being priceless, and putting your value on the results you can help people get. Means you need to make offers. Okay. The last of the 5 steps that I promised to cover in the first from our V8 framework is visibility, right? That's what we talk about here. How do I get visible, but not just get visible in a way that leads people to what? refer to number 4, asking, how do I work with you? How can I help? And you being ready to say, I'd love to talk with you. Do you want to hear how I can help? This is what I help people do. All right. So we have vision, do banners. We have voice. We have values or veracity. Vehicle, your offer, so important, so important. We're going to do more trainings on that in the coming weeks. We're going to run the Inspired Offer Challenge soon. And visibility, right? If people can't see you, they can't hire you. Hire you. Be seen, be heard, and be hired. And there's a lot we've already covered about what's wrapped up in that, right? The vulnerability around it. If you guys are here, I want to know your takeaways for sure. I see we've got quite a few people watching. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're in the Power Up Your Presence group, I'm trying to keep an eye on that group too. I'm going to go through the pitfalls that I promised when I shared that I was going to be here for this week's training. We do these trainings almost every Thursday at noon Pacific time. I'm going to go through the pitfalls and I'm going to share the 5 secrets that I promised. And if we're still here at the end and I still have a little bit of time, I'll give you a sneak peek at the rest of the V8 framework. Sound good? Let me know in the comments if you're here live. If you can't wait and you're watching the replay, let me know. Can't wait. But first, I want to give everything that I promised in the training today. And so I want to go into these pitfalls. We've already kind of segued toward that. Pitfall number 1 is self-doubt. It's vulnerable to expand. It is brave to take up space. It is exhilarating and thrilling to play bigger. And some of us, most of us, lots of us, everyone I've ever talked to that has a calling also has a measure of who am I to say, or it not feeling safe. And it boils down to self-doubt. It boils down to 2 things. It is the self-doubt that can be paralyzing, and it creates the perfectionism, the overthinking, the spinning your wheels around, and the, is this good enough? Should I do it this way? Should I do it that way? The answer is yes, right? And self-doubt can be crippling. And it's also insidious because maybe we've done a lot of work and we're really good at our healing practice, or we're a really good coach, or we've been doing mindset work for 40 years, right? And I still have to own and honor and see, discover, be curious, notice when I have self-doubt, okay? And the idea that it gets even more vulnerable when we're highly visible, because if we have any self-doubt, how can we deliver on our promises, right? Well, guess what? Self-doubt is part of the process. And I was told when self-doubt is triggered, when I'm in the vibration of uncertainty and self-doubt, then I'm not lined up with the higher self and the truth of who I am, going back to the truth telling, right? I'm not there. And I need to know, oh, I'm out of alignment there, right? And then is not the time for me to go into my head and figure it out. They told me when I was in one of my lowest lows, and I've had plenty, filled with self-doubt and self-loathing, they said, your mind is like a bad neighborhood. Don't go in there alone. So we need support, guidance, championing, encouragement, a safe place to land in order to navigate the self-doubt that will creep in. All right, no matter how masterful we are. And then we're going to talk about the secrets, insider secrets to handle some of these pitfalls. The other thing I see people struggling with is inconsistency. We could be busy a billion hours of every day, especially if you own your own business, right? Or the worst bosses. You have to choose and decide how to be consistent, what to be consistent with, and have the support you need in order to do it, which is another thing that those offers and that 6 to 7 figure business model allows you to have with ease. It gets really fun when you have the support that you need, right? When you get to co-create and collaborate and invest in your business so that the content creation or the writing, whatever the part that is maybe not the first gift for you, gets fun. And it is an expression. Your whole business is an expression of you. So powerful and fun. And inconsistency stops us from being visible regularly, stops us from making offers regularly. And sometimes we're inconsistent because we're trying to do everything. I call it scattershot visibility, or we're hopping all over the pond and we can't possibly do well all the things that we're trying to do. Okay? Inconsistency. And the third, as I've already touched on, is lack of support and lack of highly aligned support. I want for you to consider, we talk about it a lot here, the idea that you don't need a critic. You don't need somebody to go, wait, what are you doing that for? No, you have to do it this way. You need a mentor, a guide, a champion, a community, a cohort, a collective, to surround yourself with people who can be curious, ask questions, help you see if you're doing the same thing, expecting different results, but also asking those questions in a way that gives you that, oh, perfect. Yeah, I'm going to try that. That aha feeling, not the feeling of, oh God, I'm doing it all wrong, because we have enough of that from ourselves. All right. So lack of support and having the right support. So those pitfalls, again, self-doubt all day long. Your business is a spiritual expansion. All right. We're going to jump into that next. Inconsistency, trying to be everywhere, spotty visibility, not making offers regularly, not knowing how, and lack of support are the pitfalls that I wanted to share with you today. So now we have 5 secrets, the insider secrets. It's going to be a remedy to many of those pitfalls and help you start to tune in to the power of those first 5 of the V8 framework that I've already shared on this training. And so the secret number 1, this is it all day long. I wanted to put in like 12 secrets, so I might weave a few in as we go, is that transformation, your transformation, your business's transformation, your client's transformation happens through implementation. I already snuck in my confidence and clarity formula, which is courage, which means heart, right? Courage plus action times repetition. That's my transformational business growth algebra for you. Courage plus action times repetition equals confidence and clarity. All right. You got to do stuff. You got to put it out in the world. If you sit in your head and you write it and rewrite it a whole bunch of times, you say it, this is why I like live video. I want people to get comfortable and confident going live. It's so much faster. When you record video, you're going to do it over at least 30 times. It takes a lot longer, and you can pick at yourself. The confidence and the clarity happen through implementation. Be in a community, be supported to do stuff, see how it goes. What could you do differently? Do it again. All right. So transformation happens through implementation. It's the foundation of everything we do in my Inspired Voice business coaching world and the Power Up Your Presence group. Secret number 2, own your voice, embody your message. What does that mean? It means say it out loud. It means own and you're the thing that you want to say. It means knowing. If you had a room full of 100 of your most ideal clients in 2 minutes, what would you say? And it means trusting it, right? If it's embodied, it is in you, having what I call the choreography of your message and your marketing right in the tips of your tongue. For those of you who have ever learned a dance step, you know that you don't know it until you do it. And your marketing and your messaging and your business development and your making offers is the same. And when it's embodied, it is at the tip of your tongue, and that's where it starts to get fun and easy. And in order to do it, this is another whole training, but it doesn't have to be hard. It starts with courage, action, repetition, and the right mentoring and support, and learning a little bit of skill to take you and your voice and your message in how can you connect and relate to your audience so that they come toward you. You got to be willing to make that offer, right? So number 3, this is a big one. Write this down. If you're here, write it in the comments. I see a comment. I'm going to come back and check in a second. Alignment and inspiration are more powerful than any strategy, tactic, or tool. Okay? Alignment and inspiration are supercharged compared to figuring stuff out. It does not mean that strategy, tactics, and tools aren't important. I love them. But you got to be lined up with them. They got to be lined up with you. So what am I talking about with alignment? Just real quick, you have to be aligned with your voice and your vision, yourself, the thing you want to bring through. Yeah. You want to find aligned clients. So you got to identify who that is. Now, how do you do that? You do stuff. You talk to people. All right. You don't wait until you have the perfect niche and the perfect client avatar and then do stuff. Yeah. It happens in the doing. Alignment with yourself, with your audience, with the tools that you're using to share your message and grow your business. So if you're a thinker, I call you composers, and you want to really order your thoughts down and you need to write it out, written content is the way to start. And then take that written content and talk about it or do it live. Yeah, for example. So alignment with yourself, your audience, and the tools that you're using to to grow your business and share your message and grow your business. Yeah. And inspiration is something you receive. It's something that comes in to inspire, to breathe in. If you're so busy trying to figure it out and put it out there and get it out there, and you don't have time to receive, you're not tuned in, you're leaving your biggest business growth asset out in the cold. You're running on fumes instead of tuning into your own inspiration, that own inner guide, inner knowing that's going to help you have the courage, the confidence, avoid the pitfalls, and speed you to skip over the figure it out part and go right to the doing what you love and making money part. Okay? Alignment and inspiration have more power, potency, they're faster, more effective than any strategy, tactic, or tool. The strategy, tactics, and tools come next. How do you know which ones are good? First of all, you go, I'm going to try that. That sounds good. I want to try that. That might feel good, right? Then you do it and you see what happens. Okay? Implementation, transformation happens through implementation. I'm going fast so we can stay on track here. We did number 3. Number 4, it's true. It's always good to be reminded myself. Solo-preneur is a myth. If you're doing it alone, you're trudging the hard, lonely road instead of taking the elevator up. You're not meant to do it alone. Your business is a creative act. Creativity thrives in collaboration. You are worthy of the support and the inspiration from outside in and inside out that you want and need in order to do this brave thing of expanding into the truth of who you are to grow a business and create the impact that you want to make. Solopreneur is a myth. If you're doing it alone or trying to piece it together in a lot of different places without a cohesive support, community, mentor, landing, safe place to land, safe, expansive place to land, it's going to take longer and be harder. And number 5, you never get it done. You will never arrive. In order to, there will always be another expansion. All right. No matter how big you want to grow your empire, it's not about needing to add another $100,000 to your bank account. But there will always be something calling you forward. You're either expanding or contracting. Both, I believe, are part of the process, but we don't have to contract, but we do, right? So mastering, owning, embracing the fact that you're not going to arrive anywhere that's done and finished. And now is the perfect time to step into who you are and what you want to have and what you want to create. And you can skip the small stuff. You can skip the process, but you can't go it alone. So master your expansion mindset. Here's how I do it. My business, I was called forward to it. It was the next level of my own personal self-expression and expansion because I realized I had had a business for 20 years, 10 years in New York, 10 years in Portland, running a small performance studio where people's lives changed. My favorite were the non-performers, non-singers, and they had massive transformation. And I struggled because I wasn't running a business. I was just trying to get a few clients, just trying to keep it going so I could do the work I wanted to. And I was playing small. Had massive transformation helping other people play bigger because I had learned that I needed to play bigger and trust myself and trust my own voice. And I was the next level of expansion. I was absolutely called to it. I didn't want a choice. It was definitely the alignment. I was called forward to expand my business because I knew I could reach more people, serve more people, and I was hiding out and playing small. So I ain't done yet. And since then, I've gotten to the 6-figure business, and I've done a lot of the things that I was told to do. And some of them worked and some of them didn't, right? And I know for sure right now that no matter how much money I decide to make or how much business I decide to have or how big I intend for my business to grow, I really like small, high level, high touch cohorts. And that's what we're doing today for today. No matter what that is, I will be called to expand in some way, because it ain't over till it's over, right? You mastering and accepting and owning that I will always be called to the next thing, and that it's not wrong or bad or greedy, and that I'm never going to get it done and I can't get it wrong, creates freedom to go be, do, have whatever it is that I want. And for me, that is creating impact and inspiring you. So if you are here right now live, let me know that you're here. Share in the comments, share one takeaway that's been valuable for you today. I'm going to come back and check all the comments for sure. If you're not already a member of the Power Up Your Presence group and you're watching from there, jump in and play with us. We do these trainings almost every Thursday, and we have a treasure trove of resources that we can share with you when you do join. And hearing what's valuable to you is so powerful. And if you are picking up what I'm putting down, and you know that you're done going it alone, and you're done with the piecemeal stuff, and you're done trying to be everywhere and do everything, and you want to focus in on growing your business through doing less more effectively, through skipping the small stuff and stepping into the truth of who you are, making that quantum leap, then send me a note. Let's have a conversation, because that's what I'm here to help you do. I think you're amazing, and I will see you all. Oh, I did promise, and I will show you a sneak peek at the other the full V8 framework, but I'm not going to teach on it because we're running out of time. All right. So first ingredient is your vision. That's the fuel for your business and your life. Your voice is your message. That's how you serve, uplift, inspire, and let people know that you're here. Share your truth. The third V is value, telling yourself the truth about who you are and stepping and standing into it and shining your light like a beacon. Number 4 is your offer. You got to have a way for people to jump in and play with you. Making that offer is a sacred moment you're offering them, and knowing how to do it is so powerful. Visibility is required. You got to get out there and start doing stuff. It doesn't have to be perfect, and you can't get it wrong and you never get it done. Mastering expansion mindset. You got to have people got to see you. They got to hear you. That's your voice. And then they got to hire you. That's your offer, right? And so the other 3 V's that we didn't go in today are velocity, right? Speed and direction. It's not about doing more. It's about doing focused, streamlined. Yeah, I'm riding my river and it feels good to do. Business growth feels exciting and good. Yeah, speed and direction. It's coming more easily. I know where I'm going. Volume is capacity. It's not just volume of clients or volume of revenue. It's your own personal capacity and the capacity of your business to carve its river out into the creation and the transformation that it's here to bring. And then the last, and it's woven in, we start with it from the very beginning, but it really is everything. It is your vibration. People resonate and hire and align with you when you're tapped in to your highest self. You've got your own permission to be perfectly imperfect in all of who you are, and you've honed your voice, your vision, your vehicle, your visibility. That high vibe is contagious, and you show up with that fully aligned self-expression, especially as you clarify through doing what you really want to be doing, who you really want to be serving, and what you really want to create. And you have your own permission to soar into that. It is magical, and it is hugely impactful, and it is what you're here to do. And the way to do that is to line up with yourself, right? And the truth of who you are, and share it if that's what you're called to do. And I think you're here to do it because you are. All right. I want to hear your takeaways. I want you to reach out to me if I can be of service, or you have another particular training or question that you want answered. We do these trainings every week. For now, we're mostly in the Power Up Your Presence group on Facebook, dabbling in the YouTube also, and our business page for today. So welcome. Come join the group, and I will see you as you give voice to your vision. Blessings.